Hey everyone, welcome to the Coda Workshop. I was going for a pretty casual, hear what the people want kind of workshop. So if you'd like to turn on your cameras or send in a chat, that'd be great. Or request to have video on, I guess. That's what you have to do. Hey everyone, I was hoping to make this workshop interactive. So if you could hop in and join with questions that you have, or yeah, just go camera on and I'd be happy to tailor this towards you, those that are visiting. Happy to make this workshop about the API specifically or about Coda in general. Really was hoping to make this a more interactive kind of thing. So if anyone would like to request video and speaking, I will gladly turn it on for you. Hey, Justin, thanks for asking that question. I joined Coda as an intern this past summer and then converted to full-time. I've joined Coda as an intern through the Kleiner Perkins Fellowship. Oh, ha! I love that. Hop into Coda.io, or you can do Coda.new. You know what? Justin, you want to go video on and do this verbally? It's okay if not. I was kind of hoping for something interactive, and given that it's not, I could just play a video of one of our amazing solution architects. Hey, Owen, welcome to the stage.
Hi. I thought I'd not leave you hanging.
I know. I was really hoping to make this an interactive workshop. Great. So I guess, are most people here interested in learning about how to use Coda or the API specifically? Owen.
Personally, actually, I don't know what it is. I just saw it was a workshop, so I just joined.
Totally. Cool. Let me share screen and we can dive into the Coda product itself. It's hard to explain what Coda is. As someone who's a software engineer, I like to think of Coda as a no-code tool, but it's primarily used as a productivity tool yeah. Coda is a document that it's similar to Notion, if you've heard of that product, where you have a text editor where we combine docs and tables, docs and Excel sheets into one application. So we replace Google Sheets, Microsoft Office for the companies that we work with. Figma uses us for their entire project management and product management organization, as well as many other companies like Spotify, Uber, are a few of them. In terms of the product itself, it is completely Turing complete, which is fun, meaning that you can write some pretty complex programs that live off of Coda. And now I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to demo this.
Okay.
So Coda has a doc gallery where people can share their Coda documents. that they've created, and there's some generic boring things in here like team meeting audit, where there's some fancy docs where with some tables in it that you can do audits and stuff like that in. By the way, how does the screen share look?
At least on mine, it's like still stuck on the hop and like broken pixels.
Oh, my bad. Let me switch windows then. Yeah, let me share a specific window. Sweet. How does this look?
Perfect.
So I guess you guys missed the whole demo of the actual doc itself. In terms of the product, this is what the Coda product looks like. You can create new pages. Pages have headers where you can add icons to, show what this page is about. Add covers. Yeah, and you can drop in tables. So I guess like a good example of like what people use this product for are things like this team meeting audit doc that I pulled up from the Coda doc gallery. So the Coda doc gallery is a great place to learn about different ways that people can build amazing things with Coda. A lot of these are oriented towards enterprises. We are an enterprise company. Yeah, like this one here talks about how Stripe does premortems. I actually don't know if this is a fancy doc. This looks like it's just a bunch of words. There's some nice docs out there that integrate our buttons and tables and controls really well. This is, again, as a part of what makes Coda Turing complete, allowing you to write sophisticated workflows that fit into the doc where you're working itself. Sweet. Okay. In terms of like other cool things that you can build in Coda and what Coda can be used for, one of my favorite ones is someone actually made the game 2048 within Coda itself. You can find that in the doc gallery, and it goes to show like Coda is more than just a document. It is really a no-code tool for people to develop their own build software to help them with their internal workflows within their companies. That's kind of my way of sharing what Coda does. I'd like to show as opposed to explain well, since the product itself is nothing. It's hard to compare to other existing paradigms of products and software. Yeah, so like anything you guys want to dive into here?
So it's all like in browser?
Yes, Coda is a completely in browser. We have an application as a mobile app as well. And I just sent in a YouTube video into the chat that gives a nice proper workshop on how to use Coda product to its pretty full potential in 30 minutes. Yeah, so you guys can watch that. I really wanted this workshop to be more of a casual Q&A about the product and the API. Yeah, so like happy to answer any more questions and riff off of what you guys have. Anyone? Any questions? The API thoughts, the API prize that we have out as well. Happy to answer questions about that. Yeah, Justin, feel free to share any of the cool examples that you see. Yes, I can talk about the API prize as well. The API prize initially was purely about building a doc that with the Coda product that showcases how strong the product is. Like for example, the 2048 here, it would be an awesome hackathon submission if it was already created. But like, yeah, building something with Coda that truly demonstrates the power of the product. Also, you can work with the API itself and integrate API into a hackathon project that you build. So that's the prize, and the winner of the prize gets 3 team tier subscriptions for their teammates. If you have a team of greater than 3, I'm sure we can work around and getting everyone on your team a team subscription. But that's like $30 a month for a year subscription. Yeah. How would you integrate Coda into our web apps? What's the API about? Sure, I can go straight to the Coda API actually. Our Coda API is for interacting with or helping our users interact with Coda tables or Coda docs. Yeah, our API documentation is pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. So in terms of how you can integrate it into your app, let me think of examples of things that I've seen. A couple of things that I've seen are people building applications that pull data from Coda and manipulate the data in some way. Like Coda is often used as the front end for a lot of backend applications because Coda provides, since Coda provides a nice interface here with tables and buttons, developers can create a UI all in the Coda application itself and then interact with that doc using the Coda API. So instead of developing an interface where users have to input data into tables and have different elements represented in the front end from your own development, you can have Coda be the source of that information interactions, and then use the API, Coda API, to pull data from the tables that users have entered data into, to pull rows or add and delete and modify rows that were added as well. So if you're wondering, so the buttons within Coda are called controls, and you can list controls and see how people are interacting with specific controls and adding data into these tables and rows, and then manipulate that data as well. I know it's pretty abstract. I wish I had an example of a good API usage on the top of my mind. I will reach out to some fellow engineers on the team and see if they know anyone who's built cool things off of our API and let you know. But this prize is not specific to our API. You can build a cool doc, no code it, and share that as well as your hackathon project. Yeah. Anyone else? I guess for those who've arrived later, I've wanted this workshop to be more casual, answering questions about the API prize as well as the product and API itself. I've shared a YouTube video that's a pretty good guide on building of the Coda product itself that I recommend everyone watch. Yeah, I'm more of the live help for everyone here. Also, I'm encouraging everyone to hop onto video and chat as well. Owen is the real MVP here, hopping on. I could also just play that YouTube video during this session and answer questions as it comes up. Yeah, in my mind, this is going to be a lot more interactive. Let me stop sharing and just play that video instead. Hey everyone, I just wanted to pause the video real quick since we've gone pretty far in and touched upon how tables are used and a little more of how the collaboration functions within the Coda doc itself. Something that I want to do in the last 10 minutes actually is to hop into a live doc build and build something that the audience suggests. So given that you've all seen the functionality of Coda itself, is there anything that you guys would like to see me try to hack together in the next 10 minutes? I guess some personal examples, like I've done my entire personal to-do and productivity workflow in Coda. Like I used to pay for and use Todoist, but I've replaced that app completely and have rebuilt it with more functionality within Coda itself. Like the examples we've shown earlier, people have built games in Coda like 2048, some other sophisticated workflows like calendar management as well within Coda. Yeah, I mean, if anyone has any ideas, I'd be happy to demonstrate my thought process on building a doc within Coda itself. Also, to address the question in the chat with regards to the Coda API and docs in the Coda doc gallery, all the docs in the Coda doc gallery are built without the Coda API. These are docs that users have published from Coda itself. When docs are published when you publish a Coda doc, it's slightly reformatted to be prettier within the Coda doc gallery, but that's all done on the Coda side of things. Those are all, at the end of the day, just Coda docs that have their pages shifted to the top of the page as opposed to on the side. So yeah, any thoughts on a doc you'd like to be seen built? Can we make a photo gallery? I mean, yes, we can. Let me open up a new window or just share the previous one. Yeah, use some stock images to make a doc gallery or a UX doc. I think those two can go together there. A UX, or I don't know what a UX doc would entail per se, but let me stop the share and do a screen recording or screen share. Sweet. All right, let's do this. You know what? Let's go coda.new to make a new doc. Sweet. All right, so we're gonna do a photo gallery here. So let's think. We got lots of people here. Let's see if anyone wants to help me. And by the way, feel free to hop onto video and audio if you want to, hop into this discussion live. But let's do some system design here. If we're going to do a photo gallery, what do we need? We need a way to submit. Yeah, we could explore that, Justin. So we need a way to submit pictures to the gallery. We need a way to view images in the gallery. What else do we want to be able to do? Like images in the gallery? Why not? I like to like images. Comments are built in already. Any other functionality you guys have in mind? Comment, croppable. Images are not croppable in Coda, unfortunately. There might be a way we can do it. We can play around. There might be a way we can do it. Sweet. Okay, given these requirements, I guess the first thing we're going to need is a database to store the photos in our gallery. I guess that's another question. Do we want these galleries to have authors associated with them? Probably the users that submitted them. So I guess the primary key here should be the image name, right? We can use this to store the image itself. Now, do we want images to be stored by upload, or do we want images to be stored by link? Or maybe both. Maybe we should support both. But I imagine if we're doing a photo gallery, we want to store the physical images themselves. So let's do that here. Change this column type to an image, which it already is. And we want to allow liking as well. So we'll do a column called likes here, change the type of this column to number, and we can add a button here to like the image. Like, we will modify this row here, this row, and you see the likes column here, we can equal to, so this screen that just popped up here is the Coda formula language editor here. So you can put in a formula. So when when this button is clicked, we want to modify this row's likes, and it's going to equal likes plus 1. How does that sound? I think that sounds right. Just kidding. We want to do, no, it's going to update the value. Yeah, so it's going to update the values likes to likes plus 1. That's what it's going to do. That's what it's going to do. So the left is the value that we're updating, and the right is what we're going to input into that. Sweet, let's make this button green, and let's give it a thumbs up. Does that look right? Oh no, what do people do? People do blue for social media likes, right? That feels right. Look at that, this image is getting a bunch of likes right there. Let's change this, because we don't want users to be able to like it if they've already liked this button before. So we want to keep track if the user has liked it. So another interesting thing we can do here, instead of having a button that increments a like, we can actually do a type called reactions. So reactions disable, reactions allow individual users to basically like something. So let me just show you this right here. Reactions are built-in likes that we have within Coda as a column type, and they already have built-in logic like counting the number of likes, and they restrict it to users are only able to click a reaction once. So this actually does exactly what we need. I did not need to do the button and likes, but it's a good demonstration of what Coda can do. So view images in gallery, like images. So we got like images done. I'm also noticing that we have 2 minutes left. So let me show one more functionality here. Also happy to answer any last questions that we have in the next minute. But we can do a form here that, whoops, hang on. We can do a form to allow users to submit images to the Coda table. So this table, you can do a form view, and this will allow users to submit photos to the gallery. And within it, we can require specific rows itself, but I know we're on 30 seconds on time. So happy to answer any final questions that you have about Coda, the Coda API, or the Coda API prize. And if you have any, I will be in the Discord. Yes, the best way to contact me is in the Discord. You can catch me at Luke Piewalker, or send me an email at lucas@coda.io. Happy to respond there. Thank you everyone for attending the Coda workshop. Hope this was helpful. Owen, thank you for turning your camera on, being my moral support here. Awesome. Thank you everyone for joining. Feel free to send me a message on Discord or send me an email. And happy hacking.
Thanks.